Welcome to the episode of Coach's Corner. Today we have a very special guest here with us today. 13-year-old Bethel middle schooler Nicky Zooks. Welcome, Nicky. I'm real happy to have you here today.
Yeah, thank you I just want to say congratulations for your podcast, and thank you for letting me be one of the first to be on the podcast.
Absolutely, Nicky. We appreciate you very much. So a little background here on Nicky Zooks is that during the COVID time, Nicky took it upon himself to start shooting some videos for local restaurants, and it kind of took a life of its own. So I'm going to turn it over to Nicky right now and say, how did your idea start with all of this?
So when I was a kid, like the whole Nicky Will Eat It thing started when I was a kid, and I would eat anything, like anything from cow's heart, liver, blood sausage, whatever my dad put in front of me, I'd eat it. So we started Nicky Will Eat It because I would basically just eat everything. But then when the pandemic hit, my dad, the pandemic started like around January 2020, and what was I going to say? My dad knew like a lot of the restaurant owners. So when he like went to their business, he like realized that they were going to be in trouble. They weren't, but he realized that they were going to because of like the business. And so I had the idea to bring their food home to my basement. We set up like a little studio in the basement. And then I would eat the food and review it. And hopefully that would give people the idea to go there and try the food out and give the business. And then it all led to like me getting a proclamation from the town, me getting a letter from the president. I was on the news, I was on newspapers, and it really all led up to me making this book, Nicky, Will My Idea Work? I made it with my parents. It's about like my journey, the up and downs of what happened, and the good things and even the bad things about what happened.
So you come up with this idea, you and your dad, and you start videoing in your basement. How did you pick a restaurant? There are so many out there. Then after videoing in your basement, you're going to these locations now. How was that for you to be on videotape right away, and now you're talking in front of people and you're out there? How did you find that for yourself?
Well, to be on camera, it was just, I don't know, it just didn't feel like, I wasn't like pressured at all. It just felt normal to like be on a camera and review the food, and especially like when I knew the place needed business, I would just try my hardest to get their name out there and spread the word.
Now, were you going to places that you knew or just places locally? How did you pick the restaurants that you decided to go to?
So first we started off in Bethel, and I think the first video we did was one of the first, PJ O'Neill's in Bethel. And it just all started like from there. Like even after like 5-6 months of me doing it, the restaurant would call me and tell me like that they sold out of the item that we reviewed. And how I would pick the restaurant we just kind of started off with Bethel. We did the Bethel restaurants, and then we ventured out to Connecticut. We went to Reading. We went to, like Danberry.
You hit a lot of local places. So, now, obviously in the beginning, it was a little slow, but knowing your journey already and knowing a little bit about how you started this and where it went, now all of a sudden you have a lot of places calling you.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You're going to school right now, and you're getting restaurants calling you to do reviews and going in there. How do you start to pick and choose now where you want to go and who you could actually make the time and be helpful to?
Well, I've done a lot in like Bethel. I've done like basically all of Bethel. So when we started to go to like Danberry, Reading, we just like we looked on like the Reading, like, what was I gonna say? The page of like Reading,
All
and
the
we
restaurants?
looked, all of their restaurants and all the restaurants in Danberry, and we just picked to do it, and we just kept doing it and doing it to help the restaurants.
Okay. Now your dad shooting all your videos. That's how. So you get there and you're working in the restaurant there to give them a plug. How are they coming to you? Are they offering certain dishes that they feel that they're a specialty, or you helping them along with that? What does it take when you get there to work with them?
Yeah, we usually just say like their 3 best dishes. They give it to us and then we review it. And if like they just say it for us to choose, I just choose like whatever I think would be good.
Okay. Now, when you're doing all of this stuff, right? You're meeting a lot of different people, a lot of stuff going on. While you're videoing, does anything really funny happen while you're videoing?
Well, I remember this one time. We were at this restaurant, and I had this dish where I was just, like, eating all of it. And my dad was just behind the camera, like, gagging because he didn't like the dish, and he, like, tried it before, and he just really didn't like it. So that was funny. And then after, he told me, like, why he was, like, laughing and stuff. And, yeah, that was really funny.
So talking about that, has there been dishes that, okay, obviously they're bringing their dishes out. Is there something, what happens if you don't like it?
Well, that has really, like, never happened because I just eat everything. But one food that I just can't eat is cantaloupe. Every time my dad tries to feed it to me, like, I just can't eat it. And I just, like, gag whenever I try to eat it.
That's funny. So now, right now, you're a little bit into this now. Tell us what you're doing now with this and how it's went from being in the pandemic, an idea, okay, will my idea work? Nicky will eat it, to where you are now and what you're looking to do today working forward.
Like my goal?
Your goal.
So my end goal would be to really just have a platform where I could maybe have like my own TV show of helping restaurants about like if a restaurant's just starting, like do a video and help them lift up. And even if a restaurant's like nearly about to go out of business, I would stay with them for like a week and help them like build up from the tough time that they're having because of the pandemic.
So that's great. I mean, I think for anybody that's helping, especially during the pandemic times, and now it's tough times in business, and I think that's really admirable of you to come up with this idea and to really be involved and really to see his videos and how well they're done, and his passion for food is really great. Obviously, it's led to a lot of notoriety for you. You've been recognized not only by the community, you've been recognized by the news, but more so as you received a letter from President Joe Biden acknowledging you for your work in the community and your help for these restaurants. How was that when you got that? What was your reaction there?
Yeah, like all the hard work paid off because that has to be the biggest thing that I've gotten. And once I've got it, I just didn't think, my dad showed me and I didn't think it was real. Like I thought he was just pranking me. And then when I saw like his signature, I just knew that all the hard work paid off, and it just really felt good to see that and have that accomplishment.
So with all of this going on, like I said, you're still a 13-year-old kid in school. You play sports, have a regular kid life. How do your friends treat you with all this? Do they tease you, or do they, they see you as a celebrity? How are they reacting to you now?
They don't really talk about it too much, but I guess they're proud, kind of, but
yeah, I get what you're saying. Your teachers, do they come in and they ask, "Hey, Nicky, want to taste this dish and tell me what you think? I'm making it for my husband," or?
Well, I've definitely had a teacher recommend me a place, and
Okay.
I would do that. Yeah, my friends don't really tease me about it. It's just,
So how do you balance it all? Because obviously, school, growing up, doing all of this, it is a lot. And obviously school is an important part for you to be successful going forward. How do you balance your time with your family, school, and everything else?
well, it's not that hard to balance it because once I don't have something to do every day, so I balance because I'm on 2 basketball teams, so usually I practice almost every day. Um, the day that I don't, I spend time with my family, but practice isn't all day. So once I get home, I spend time with my family and I hang out with my friends. Yeah, it's not that hard to manage.
So being on 2 basketball teams, which I know you like basketball because you have trained with me, and tell me how your training with us incorporates into your life. How has it helped you with not only obviously playing basketball, but being successful in what you're doing?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely helped me because ever since I started training with you, I felt like I could jump higher, I was stronger, I could run faster. Because of you made me do box jumps, a bunch of plyometric stuff, strength training, and it helped me because I made the basketball team that I didn't make for the past 2 years. So, yeah, you've helped me a lot.
You definitely have a good work ethic, and when you do come, you definitely work hard. And look, watching you evolve from the beginning to where you are now, and watching you, grow up. And I kid people. I say, Nicky doesn't talk too much when he trains. So he'll come to train. He's very quiet, but to see you in front of people is very. I'm very proud to see how you carry yourself. What are your goals? I mean, you're still a young man, going to go into high school soon. What are you looking to do other than to help the restaurants? Are you looking to own your own restaurant, be a chef, whatever it is, be a basketball player? What is it that Nicky wants to do?
Well, yeah, basketball's always in mind, but also like I said, I want to have a platform where I could help the restaurants and just keep helping people, even if it's not restaurants, just help people, but mainly have my own show about being the best restaurant advocate in the world.
Are you more of someone who can be hands-on and cook? And look, I know speaking to your dad, there's some talk of different things that you guys might be doing, which I won't get into right now, but do you like to get behind the scenes in the kitchen?
Yeah, at home I'm always helping my mom cook, always helping my dad cook, and I enjoy it. So cooking is really fun.
What is your best dish?
What's my favorite?
No, your best dish that you can cook.
Oh, well, I know how to cook pasta, and also I've been making fresh mozzarella lately, and it's kind of easy once you get the hang of it, and it's really fun to make with my dad.
Tell us a little bit about that. So now you're into making the fresh mozzarella. Is that something you want to see go to another level for yourself? Is that something you want to see your name on? Nicky's Mozzarella or however you...
Yeah. So, yeah, for the mozzarella, it's... what was I going to say?
That's something you see yourself doing or teaching other people to do, or something that you just enjoy with your dad right now?
Yeah. I enjoy making it with my dad, trying out, how to make it better. Every time we make it, try to make it better. And it's always fun. And he makes it, and I make it, and, we see whose is better. And we just, yeah, it's really fun.
So let's transition a little bit. How did the idea of the book come about? And how long did it take before we got here?
Yeah, so It took about a year and a couple months because, like, when we thought it was perfect, there was just one thing we had to add and make better. And once we thought it was perfect, we just kept adding and adding. But then once we got to this, it was like the idea to make my book. I've always wanted to like make a book, but I didn't realize how hard it would be to really like make a book and like write it all. There's a lot of late nights that we've put into this book.
You put into the book.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the book comes out. Okay. You have a book signing, right, in Bethel, at one of the local places,
Bird's
right?
Books, yeah.
How was that turnout, and what were you expecting that day that you were going there?
It was really fun. It was a good experience because Bird's Book, we know like them, and a lot of people came. Like we were promoting it like all week, and a lot of people came to support me, and it felt good that I could like just because this book is like about my journey, and
Right.
it was just fun to like hand these out and have fun.
Okay. So right now, where can people get your book?
You could get it on Amazon, Will My Idea Work? Or if you just email, or if you send me a DM on Instagram, we could send you a book and, yeah.
All right. Now, are you looking, this has come out, obviously has been a little successful for you here. Are you going to do another one?
Well, I guess we have to see, like, me and my dad have to talk, me and my mom and dad. But if we do, it'll be like probably like a long time.
Okay, so there's no talks about putting this. What about a Nicky Zooks cookbook?
Yeah, we've always been thinking about that, like doing that, because obviously me, my mom, my dad, we have a lot of good recipes.
Right.
So, yeah, that's a good idea.
So going down the line here, all right, you've been to many, many restaurants locally, okay? Are you looking to go out of the local area in the future?
Yeah, we've gone out of the local area a couple of times. We went to Reading, Danberry, went to Brookfield, a bunch of places to do videos.
Are you looking to maybe go into the New York area? Are you having restaurants down there reaching out to you?
Yeah, we recently did, what's it called in the Bronx? We made mozzarella there. I forgot what it's called.
Okay.
But, yeah, it was something ravioli.
Borgata ravioli?
No, we did it like with my cousins and stuff. It was fun.
Okay. So
It was in New York.
You're venturing out a little bit to this, and now how are the responses still coming now, and how are you picking and choosing which ones to do?
Well, which restaurants to do?
Yeah, right now.
So we usually just see like which ones reach out to us. We reach out to them to see like if we could set something up. But whenever there's like a new restaurant in town, we always want to do that one to help them like lift up.
So you want to target that. Now, obviously, you were the first one to start doing this, correct?
Yeah, the first one
in this area, right?
Yeah.
So
in the world.
in the
basically.
world.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, do you see anybody else doing this, or in the way you're doing it, or possibly a little?
People do it. Yeah, that's like a goal of mine, like to inspire people to do it. And once I see this, it just made me feel really good that people like try to do it.
Awesome. So let's talk about you outside of the restaurants for a few minutes here. Obviously, basketball, you're playing on 2 teams. How's that going for you?
It's good, yeah. It's like practices, games, mostly every day in the week. But it's fun, yeah. It's a good experience because I have a lot of friends on the team.
Right.
So, yeah.
Now, any of your friends come with you to the reviews?
A couple they come with me, but not that many, no.
Okay. So getting back to your sports, who's your favorite team?
In the NBA, the Atlanta Hawks.
The Atlanta Hawks?
Yeah, they're not doing that good this year.
How did you pick the Atlanta Hawks?
Because I've always liked Trae Young, and
Okay.
he's on the Atlanta Hawks.
Okay. All right. Any other favorite teams?
Not really. What about you? Who's your favorite?
Well, obviously, I'm a Yankee fan, Nicky. You know, I grew up in New York, have to root for the Yankees. But favorite dish besides pasta, which we know you like. Favorite dish?
Seafood. I've always liked. Like scallops, shrimp, all that. But yeah, pasta, penne alla vodka. That's
Okay.
like my favorite.
All right. If you had to choose one dinner guest to be with you, who would you choose?
Trae Young.
Okay. All right. Pretty good. Tell me a little bit about your training right now for the restaurants. Are you doing anything other than just doing the video or cooking with mom and dad? Are you, talking to any of these restaurateurs or chefs that are helping you?
Yeah, we've gone in the kitchen before, helped like make some like food. It's always nice to get behind the kitchen and see like what they.
So do you think that's something that you might, obviously other than setting your platform, do you see yourself working in a restaurant at some point, or is that not something you really are thinking about?
I mean, yeah, I've always thought to like have a restaurant with like my dad and my mom, but I mean, I just want to really help the restaurants.
Right. Very good, Nicky. Very good. So, a couple of weeks ago, was it News 12 or News 8? Came down and did the interview for you.
12, I think.
News 12?
I think so.
How was that? How did you feel about that being on?
It was good because I had a lot of like family members in New York contact like text me and say like congratulations, Nicky, we saw it on the news, and like to have it in New York is just getting my word out. And
yeah, it's starting to get you bigger and bigger. Mm-hmm. Now your social media, excuse me, who's handling that, mom or dad, or do you handle it?
Mostly my dad, but my mom helps sometimes. Yeah, my dad always like shows me before he posts it, asks me like, you want to change anything or
right.
Yeah.
So when you guys are doing the videos, after you do it, how long before you actually edit it and get it up?
So yeah, our first couple of videos, we like made like 4 videos, but we just like post one a week. Yeah, like we would post one, wait a week, and then keep making videos, and keep posting. And like the first year, we went like hardcore, just kept making videos. And yeah, it's good to help the restaurants that need help.
Well, also you're building your platform. Have you been approached by anybody for anything more than what you're doing right now? Maybe working on a show, a host, or more than helping than what you're doing?
Wait.
Has anybody asked you to help other than what you and Dad are doing right now with the videos?
No, not really. But wait, I don't think I'm understanding. Wait, what was it?
Okay, so has any TV shows or talk show hosts asked you to be a part of what you're doing on their shows?
Yeah. Kelly Clarkson, we were going to be on her show, but it's a bummer because I had school and she called like if I could like set up a Zoom meeting.
Right.
So yeah, that was it. Like I really wanted to be on the show.
Well, hopefully that comes back around again for
hopefully.
you, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot more opportunities for you. What you're doing is, it's very, very admirable right now as a young man, for anybody to be doing this to help some of these places that we know right now. The pandemic has affected a lot of people in a lot of different ways, especially some of the smaller businesses around here and these restaurants. You definitely are doing a great job. Tell us where your social media is so people can follow you or look at you and see some of your videos.
Yeah, so Instagram, it's Nicky Will Eat It, Nicky Zooks. And on YouTube, it's Nicky Will Eat It. Facebook, Nicky Zooks, Nicky Will Eat It. And yeah, that's it.
All right, Nicky. I mean, I really, really appreciate you coming in here today.
I appreciate you for having me.
Please look at Nicky's book. You can get it on Amazon. Nicky Will Eat It. Will My Idea Work? Give him a follow. Look at some of the videos this young man did. It's very, very inspiring. And keep an eye on him in the future. All right, Nick. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
See you down the road.